Just weighed my pack. We got 29 pounds, which sounds very reasonable, but it's a lot of miles to carry that. Maybe you just gained weight.
I've lost 4 pounds.
That looks like it says 108 without the pack. It says 125.
So it's 22. Are you happy with that? Exactly 30, I'm gonna say. Headed out at 10 a.m. from Uncle Johnny's. Had a lackadaisical morning. You're pretty short.
My tippy toes.
Here we go. We're actually repeating stuff now. That's really exciting. You know, where there are campgrounds. This is just so cool. Redoing a section in the opposite direction. The trail is really nice. So far, I'm just loving it. Looking down on Erwin. That might be beauty spot.
That's the railroad bridge.
Yeah, that's a nice view. Maybe this is where we're supposed to see sunrise. This is the postcard view?
It might be.
This trail is unbelievably nice.
So there's where we crossed the river.
Oh yeah, by the railroad bridge. Yeah.
No, by the bridge that floated away.
Oh, that one.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid to go down there. I'm not going down there.
I'm afraid to go down there because I don't like watching it.
Sometimes I don't mind, but I'm not going down there. I love how they put in these convenient pack stands. We got some evil little rollers here. Of course, we're basically going uphill all day. Someone in Damascus told us that the first 500 miles were considered what was hit hard by Helene, but that has not been our experience, either in how it's been repaired or even like just damage at all. It's been getting a little more intense as we've gone south, but what it is really nothing in a lot of spots, a lot of damage that's well cleaned in other spots, and terrible, terrible damage in random selected spots.
Isn't this where you took the picture of the crew cutting the log on the trail last May?
Yeah, that cut it right as we got up to it.
Right.
Yeah, this is not fresh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot more down there.
There's a lot more, but you know what? A lot of this is not new. Yeah, some of it is, but a lot of it isn't. Into the thick of it. This is like a logging operation. Nolichucky Riv. No business stop. 2.5. And somebody's eating this sign. Here we are back again at no business. But honestly, I do not want to touch anything because I happen to know there was a Noro bomb that exploded here about 2 weeks ago. We decided it's safe to touch the table because we know for a fact it's been bleached.
I think the table's safer than the ground.
I do too. Wow, you look so tiny compared to that tree.
You have to do video.
Took a picture last time we saw this tree. I was impressed by it because it's so large. Another Mudslide. Big one. Anybody home? That whole eager beaver, can't wait to hike, it feels so good thing has been attenuated by carrying a 30-pound pack up nearly all uphill. I think about 90% of the terrain today has been just a climb, as it often is coming out of town. More water well. Everywhere. All these trees that have been cut down and then blown down, they're making a go at coming back however they can, just growing straight up. The azaleas, this oak, they're just gonna see what they can do. It's a good life lesson. So we're at Spivey Gap, and this was where we were thinking of coming and camping because we're kind of done going uphill, but it's really too early in the day to quit. Oh, I remember I sat on this rock like it was a throne. It was hot, so it was really nice to sit in the middle of the stream. Anyway, the campsites we were thinking of were right over here. I'm just gonna go look. Fancy Carolina Mountain Club signs. I was suddenly convinced I wanted to stop at that campsite right at the gap. And I said to Turtle Toe, then we could climb this in the morning when we're fresh. And she said, why not just climb it now? It's still going to be hard. And if we don't climb it now, it'll just be there in the morning, in addition to all the other hills we have to climb tomorrow. Which is a fair point. Oh my. You asked and you received. Isn't that cool?
Uh-huh.
I thought that looked very sculptural. This might be actually the biggest mayapple I've ever seen. Our mayaples below. And these are not quite right, even though they're like 1.5 feet across. Approaching land of destruction, matchsticks all in a row. They look like they go both directions. I'm not sure. It's crazy. More of the same. There's Turtle Toe way up there, walking through. Barely see her. Just amazing. There's a perfectly clear path through this. The trail will live on. This is definitely not what it looked like last year. Absolutely positively. Most of what we came up from Erwin until now has looked relatively the same. Oh my gosh. Absolute explosion. This guy just crumbled where it stood. Yeah, there's more. So much more. Can't imagine how many people this took how long. I remember this sign. You can see the trail down there, which is where the logs are all cut perfectly. Turns out when we did this section last year, we did 17 something miles on our last day, probably because we were just so inspired to be done. It was also notably downhill, and I'm sure we didn't have super full packs. I wanted to go a little further away from Erwin to camp. I saw this ideal camp spot last time, and that's where it is. But that's not happening because we're just not doing anything close to that 17 miles because it's all uphill, and I have a heavier than usual pack.
Not as bad as I thought it would be. The way you were.
I just didn't want to see this. I thought we were done. This looks exactly like something to me, but we don't want to spoil it. See what Turtle Toe says. What does that look like to you?
Looks like a bear
It looks like a
or
wild...
a rhinoceros.
Yeah, it looks like a wild boar to me.
Yeah.
It's quite scary.
It even looks like it has fur.
Uh-huh. Don't be distracted by the boar. There's the rocks up there. I climbed up that last year. I'm not climbing up this year. It's not a bad climb. I just don't need anything extra right now.
You went up there before.
Yeah, I did. I think this is really and truly it. They're actually very cool rocks. Point 3 to camping. Yay.